Welcome back to the American Dream. We're in Nashville, Tennessee today, and we've got one of our favorites, a returning guest. We've got Matt Clausen with Clausen Group Realtors. Great to see you again, Matt.
Hello, how are you, Amy?
I'm good, thank you. I'm excited because I know you have a special guest that you've brought us today, Mandy Belote. Could you introduce and say why you brought her?
Yes, Miranda's with us today to talk about some of those things that come up often in real estate transactions, having to do with estates, death of parents, planning, all those great things that come up all the time.
Absolutely, and I think there's always a lot of questions with that, and the questions never stop, especially when it comes to this subject. So we're going to dive right in. I know, Mandy, if parents pass away and they do not have a will or anything, do they need to put that house into probate? Does the estate go into probate?
It really depends on what the children's intentions are to do with the home. So just because they do have a will doesn't necessarily mean that you do have to probate, because if your only heirs are the heirs at law that who the property is left to in the will, then necessarily you don't have to probate. But a lot of times, if you want to get the house on the market and get it sold right away, there are waiting periods that title insurance underwriters make you follow. There's a 6-month to a year waiting period if you do not probate the estate. So there's a lot of different factors, and it really just depends on the intention of your heirs. So when in question, definitely reach out to an estate attorney, and they'll be able to help you figure out what step you need to go to next.
Right. So to clarify, if they did have a will, does that mean that it doesn't go into probate?
No, and the only way that a will be recognized is if you do probate it. So if you do not to probate the will, then the wishes of the decedent do not get recognized.
So why is it important for somebody to have a will, a power of attorney, or a living will?
It's important for them to have a living will, power of attorney, last will and testament, is to make sure that your wishes are carried out. So with a power of attorney, you get to decide who manages your finances, who manages your healthcare decisions in the event that you cannot do so. Mm-hmm. Your last will and testament, it's going to direct who you want to leave your property to, your personal property, your heirlooms. And without those documents, nobody can read your mind. So that lets you make sure that your wishes are going to be carried on once you pass away.
Right, and it's so important because I know a lot of people don't necessarily want to talk about it, but it's so important that they do talk about it. That way it takes all the worry out, and it's great information. I encourage everybody to reach out to you. Thank you for that, Mandy. And Matt, back to you. I know that you, being an expert in the industry, also have a featured listing for us right now.
We do. It's really a fantastic property in the Savannah subdivision, which is approaching the country between Gallatin and Hendersonville. It's 100 guests on. It's on an acre. It's just beautiful outside trees, big estates across the highway from this property. It was a model home for a custom home builder in the neighborhood, so lots of interior detail work over the top. Very beautiful, 4,200 square feet for under $650,000. It's really priced well, and it's a beautiful house.
That just sounds amazing. I love the properties over there in Tennessee. You just cannot go wrong with any of them. What a great featured listing. And Matt, thank you again for being a part of the American Dream Show and for bringing Mandy today.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having us.
We'll be back with more of the American Dream.